So student, today I am going to tell you about the nerve tissue. Clear? So nerve tissue is a specialized type of tissues which works on receiving and transmitting messages in our body. Clear? So nerve tissues are basically formed of brain, spinal cord and nerves. Meanwhile, we can say that neurons are present in our brain, in our spinal cord, and nerves. What are the neurons? If I'm using the word neuron is a specialized type of type of cells which is specially present in our nervous system. Clear? So all types of nerve tissues are basically composed of the neurons. Clear? And the main functioning of neuron is conduction of nerve impulses from one part of the body to the other part of the body. Okay, so as on your screen you can see that this is the structure of neuron. Okay, so in neuron basically three parts are present. Okay, or a neuron is consist of three parts. The main part is of here, the main three part we will discuss now. This is known as the cell body, means this part is known as the cell body, and you can see here inside the cell body, and the another term we use for the cell body is the cyton. Okay, so what is the cyton? The cyton is the cell body area of the neuron. Clear? In this, cyton is covered with a cell membrane. Okay, so this is known as the cell membrane. Okay, cell membrane encloses the cytoplasm inside of it. Cytoplasm is present. If cytoplasm is present inside the neuron, so that time this cytoplasm is known as the neuroplasm. Cytoplasm of neuron is known as the neuroplasm. Okay, and you can see centrally located nucleus is also present here, or in spite of this, granules are also present in it. These granules are known as the Nissls granule. Okay, so it's about the cyton of neuron. Cyton of neuron is covered with a membrane. This is known as the plasma membrane or cell membrane, and inside of the cell membrane cytoplasm is present, and this cytoplasm is known as the neuroplasm, and one centrally located nucleus is also present. Along with this, Nissls granules are also present in cyton. Okay, second thing is about the dendrite. The second part of the neuron is dendrite. Clear? You can see here these are the branches like structure which arises from the cyton is known as the dendrites. So singular word we can use, it's a dendron. Clear? And more than one, we use dendrite. Clear? So dendron, these are the short processes which arises from the cyton. They are very helpful for the conduction of impulses from one region of the body to the next region of the body. Clear? So this organ works as a receptor organ. Clear? And third part of the neuron, it's of axon. You can see this part is known as the axon. Clear? Axon, in other word we can say that longest dendron is known as the axon. Okay, so this part is also arises from the cyton. It's a single thick or large structure. You can observe it. It's a large structure and arises, as I told you, from the cyton. From here you can see that axon carry nerve impulses away from the cyton. You can see here that arrows are working in this manner, so it proves that the dendrite carry impulses and send it towards the cyton, and from the cyton the message carries away from it by the axon. Okay, so the ends of the branched part of axon, these ends are known as the synapse. Clear? That from here only the next neuron attach with this. Clear? So this junction between two neuron is known as the synapse. Okay, I hope this much is clear. So now I am going to tell you about what is the main function of nerve tissue. As I told you, the main function of nerve tissue, it help in the conduction of nerve impulses. In other words, I can say that it receives messages and transmit information from this region to the next region. Okay, so this is the main function. You can understand it by one example also. If you hold any hot object, that time this message is received by the hand nerves, okay, and then transmitted towards our brain. As I told you, nerves, brain, spinal cord, they all together works as a nerve system. Okay, so in nerve system, neurons are very important. If you hold any hot object, in a microsecond only you just pulled your hand back. Why is it so? Because your hand is sending message to our brain, and then your hand rapidly gets the answer of it. Clear? That is the hot object, and you have to pull back your hand. So this whole action is known as the reflex action. Okay, and the arc by which the message passes towards your brain, because many sensory parts work on it, so that time it is known as the nerve reflex arc. Okay, so this thing you will read in 10th standard, but I hope that much is clear. If you have any question regarding this, just send me your question. Thank you, children.